Okay, one of the things I've been asked is, what do I do when I'm circling, when I'm running my large, fast circles and my small, slow circles with my body and my hand? My own personal program, there's two different things you can do. Some people just sit down in their saddle and push their hand forward, and some people stand up over their horse and push their hand forward. No matter what, if I'm loping fast circles, I'll push my hand forward a little bit. I generally like to sit down on my horses. I think I have more control over them that way, especially when I'm first teaching them how to lope fast. I think I can control their body a little bit better. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit on this horse today. There's not a huge amount of difference whether I'm, sitting down or standing up. The fast and the slow with the hand and the upper body is not completely different. So with this horse, I'm going to, as I'm loping my fast circles, I'm going to stand up over him a little bit. This is a horse that Dell Hendricks trained and showed as a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old to a lot of success. And Dell likes to stand up over his when he shows. So I'm going to show this horse here in a couple weeks, and there's no sense in, if it's working good, there's no sense in changing it. So it's easier for me to adapt to him than adapting him to me when he's been doing one thing all his life. We'll try and keep it simple for him. So today I'm going to show you a little bit more about standing up over the top of one. Okay, when I want to go a little bit faster, I'm sitting down here because I'm going slow. When I want to go a little bit faster, I'll just push my hand forward and then I'll stand up in my stirrups. And I'll cluck to him a little bit. He's very comfortable with me right here. He's running in a really easy spot for him. His body position is comfortable for him right here. I don't have to help him with my hand. I can just keep my hand out there. You can see the reins flopping a little bit. I'm not cheating him or anything. Then when I want to slow down, I just sit down, drop my hand down. That's my signal to him to slow down. And I like my horses, when I'm teaching them to circle, I like them to really crave this spot right here. Okay, this is like the relaxation area. So when I'm teaching one to circle, I don't want to get in a position where I'm forcing them to slow down. I want to be in a position where when I'm loping fast, I'm driving them every step and I'm wanting them to slow down. I'm wanting them to lope around there thinking, okay, now. So then when I quit driving, they go ahead and slow down. Now, like I say, I'll adapt a little bit to the horse. This horse was trained that way, so that's how I'll ride him. On my horses, I'll sit down on them more, but everything's the same. Push your hand forward, drive them. Get them so they're not running without you pushing them. Get them really looking for that center, that spot to slow down. I'd rather teach one to slow down because they want to than force them to slow down and make them think that they have to. Because the teaching them is going to last a lot longer than the forcing them. So as I'm going fast, I'm standing up over him right here, and I'm pushing, I'm squeezing with my legs, I'm pushing, I'm making him go, I get to the middle, and I sit down and let him slow down. And then I'll let him walk. Again, I want this to be the spot where he'll relax. So I just push, and he knows that when he gets here, he can slow down and relax, because for any horse, it's much easier for them to be standing or walking than it is to running fast, and that's the ultimate reward, is letting them to go ahead and slow down. So you really get them to looking for that center, and you'll get them to where you're pushing everywhere, and then when you get to that center, you can quit riding, and bam, they'll hit that middle and slow down just the way you want them to. Another thing that's important to remember, especially on when you're in the show pen. And I practice the same thing at home. But if you want your horses to last a long time, the last thing you want to do is do a lope departure and just take off. That's how it used to be done. That's how, when I first started in this, that's how we did it. You know, I look at some of those old videos and it's kind of comical because we're just hurrying everywhere. And we've learned as trainers that the more time we give them in the pen to think and gather themselves and start the next maneuver, the longer they last. It's really helped our horses last longer. So when I'm horse showing, I'm going to set him up. If I want to go to the left, I'm going to set him up slow, let him lope off, and I'm going to let him lope for a few strides, let him lock in, and then stand up over the top of it. I'll be at that quarter circle mark before I really ask him to go. You know, I won't let him pleasure lope out to there. I'll move him, you know, just a little bit, but I won't really step up over the top of him and ask him to go until I get to that quarter circle mark or just a little before. I just want to avoid him coming to this center and thinking, you know, okay, we got to go, we got to go, we got to go. And then, you know, they get a little tricky in their lope departures. If you just take off, they get a little tricky in their lope departures because they don't want to stand in the middle. They get to prancing around a little bit because they think, here we go. You know, like a barrel horse or a pole horse or anything that's used to that fast takeoff. So it just helps them last a lot longer if I lope them off, take an easy step into it, and then speed them up slow, and then by that quarter go ahead and hit my stride.